Got a
5,
good mic from Dave.
4, 3,
This is my 13, 14.
2, 1.
Roll 13, 14. Dissolve sound full. 11 Stinger VO now. Next, Alex.
All local, all morning. From KMSP-TV, Good Day, Minnesota.
Stand by. Roll 11. Take my cue.
Summer road construction has
2-2
hit a
next.
roadblock this morning because of the budget battle at the Capitol, and it could start costing the state millions of dollars.
Take 2.
Latest
Semi 12 Stinger
countdown
VO.
To the shutdown coming up.
Roll 12. Take. Mike
Good
Robin.
morning, Tim and Alex. Good morning,
Camera 1
everyone.
next, then
Hundreds
quickly
of
to
people are
17.
pitching in to help victims of Monday's tornado in Siren, Wisconsin.
Take 1.
We'll have
Semi
an update
17
on the
Stinger VO.
tornado
Tim.
and how people are trying to move forward.
Roll 17. Take.
Then
2-2 next.
watch out. Consumer Report says you could be in for a wild ride if you drive this Mitsubishi SUV. Find out why it, well, there's why it failed a major road test coming up.
Take 2. Semi
It's
13
Thursday,
cart.
June 21st. Good day, Minnesota.
Dissolve 13 cart. Camera 2 with a push next. Semi push 2. Push 2. Dissolve my cue. Matt in.
6 o'clock, and welcome to Good Day, Minnesota. I'm Alex Kendall. I believe this is the first
Genesis
day
for
of
Mike.
summer
Matt out.
today.
Is
Thank
it
you.
the first official day of summer?
Yeah.
What would we know? Let's
14
check
next.
Mike.
Semi
Let's
14.
I think
Roll
it is
14.
so.
Take.
Mike Cholinas,
Semi
can you
camera
answer
3.
the question?
I can answer
Dissolve.
The answer is yes. It's the longest day
Sorry,
of the
Tim.
year. How
Well,
about that?
you'd want
Semi camera
that
2.
in the first day of summer.
Sun's rays strike directly over the Tropic of
Take 2.
Cancer.
Tropical islands.
Take 3.
Top-notch. Absolutely. Very good, Alex Kendall. I'd say the weather knowledge here is
Cut Alex on Tim.
cloudy.
Camera 2, you're
Humidity at
clear. Double to sync 3
77%
next.
at,
Matt in.
Earth temp is at 60. Of course, that's not really the weather. That's an astronomical event, but nonetheless, Alex,
Matt
on
out.
top of things as per usual. 71, 73,
She
61.
guessed.
Noon 4, 9 o'clock temps. A mix of sun and clouds for today. There will be a chance for some showers and maybe a rumble of thunder towards the east and southeast of the metro. But I think throughout most of the metro area, and specifically to the north and west, we're
Camera
high
2, I'll take a
around
push from you when I come to you.
first day of summer.
Semi double.
Speaking of meteorological sages, I give you now
Take double.
not only
Semi
the
sync 3.
traffic expert, but someone who knows an isobar from a crowbar, M.A. Roscoe.
Is it true, Mike, that the sun's declination has to do why since January the days have been lengthening on the backside rather than on the front side of the day?
Something like that, absolutely.
I thought
Yeah.
so.
And by the way, if today's the first day of summer here, it's the first day of winter where?
Elsewhere.
Yeah.
That's good.
That would have to be in the southern hemisphere.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Take.
All right.
You're so good, M.A.
Cut Mike.
Give me a nut roll. I am a weather nut, but I'm also a traffic.
Emmy 3,
sage, as you
14,
said.
keyed over. Camera 2, please.
Not as opposed to parsley. Let's take a look at 494 southbound. At 394, it looks
Yeah,
good
really.
this morning. No problems. We have some volume building starting to build up to the north, as you can see from Air 9, but moving at your posted speed on the jam.
Dissolve jam cam. Semi Emmy 3,
We'll go to
14.
35
Camera 2,
to
push.
94, that looks good. And on your map.
White map.
No problem. Now here's Robin.
Roll 14.
All right,
Dissolve.
May,
Sound
thank
under.
you so much. 6:02 now.
Semi
58
push 2.
degrees.
Push 2.
Good morning,
You're
everyone.
hot.
Minnesota is expected
Running to
take
sync
its
1 in the
first
monitor
steps to
next.
prepare
Dave.
for a
Somebody
possible
pointer to the
government
monitor.
shutdown today. There's no budget deal yet, and the end
Nice
of the month
too.
is 10 days away. So what does this all mean? Well, at its worst, 3 out of 4 state workers could be off the job if the government runs out of money.
Open sync
Dave
1.
Hansen is
Run.
live at Fort
Pointer to the
Snelling State
monitor.
Park this morning with more on what we
Semi
can
sync 1
expect.
full.
Dave, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Robin.
Dissolve.
The impact of Minnesota's high-stakes
Clear, Robin.
game of chicken when it comes
11
to the
VO
budget
next
will
with a wipe to
actually be
12
seen
coming
and
up.
felt
Matt in.
first on Minnesota's roads. But if your plans include going to a
Matt
state
out.
park after July 1st and there is no new funding,
Matt
well,
in.
this is what you're going to experience. Locked gates. And that is not a
Semi
good
11.
prospect if you were planning on doing some camping on the July 4th holiday. We'll show you some
Roll
pictures
11.
right now of
Take.
what is actually happening at the Capitol these days. Lawmakers are still at an impasse over a
Matt
brand
in.
new budget.
Wipe to
Yesterday, they
12
spent
next.
more time talking about abortion than they did the real
Wipe with,
deadlock
Joe.
issues, which are property tax reform and school funding. Today, the DOT is expected to begin the process of shutting down around 140 construction
Roll
and
12.
maintenance
Wipe.
projects like this one on 35W in Minneapolis. Just
We'll
putting
dissolve
them into
still. I'm sorry, we'll wipe to still 6
millions
next.
of dollars in shutdown costs, plus another $750,000 a day in penalty payments to contractors.
Wipe.
If the shutdown happens come July 1st,
Still dissolve, still 7 next.
state employees will be off the job. One of the biggest
Locator,
impacts
please.
you'll probably notice is that if you want a driver's or fishing license, well, you won't be able to get it. And most state offices will be shuttered.
Dissolve.
About 8,000 so-called essential state employees
Sync
will
1
stay on
next.
the job to
He'll be in the
handle
monitor
critical
for Robin.
services
She'll
if a
stay on
shutdown does
2.
happen. Now, State Patrol strength will be cut
Come
in
back with.
half, leaving just enough troopers to handle emergencies and accidents. And the Corrections Department will trim its staff, and some prisoners will be locked in their cells for most of the day. Welfare payments will continue, and nursing homes
Somebody
will
sync
stay
1.
open. But most other human services functions, well,
And
those things will probably be shut down.
Dissolve.
Now, as far as employees
Somebody camera
of the
2,
state
B
college
monitor.
and university system, some 19,000 of them.
We'll run to
well,
6 and
they're
go to
going
still
be okay
7.
because they still have funding through the middle of July. While leaders on both sides are expecting to do more negotiating
Go to the
today,
monitor,
and
please.
some are feeling fairly hopeful. At this point, it is not looking good, and some are actually
That
suggesting
monitor.
that maybe they ought to pass something known as a minimum
Somebody camera
funding
2.
or lights on sort of appropriation to keep funding
And
going past the
go
end
ahead and
of the
open
month.
Robin.
But some lawmakers, including the governor, are saying that is really not an acceptable
And
plan B.
dissolve.
Robin?
Well, let's hope they come up with
Somebody
something
run.
else in the next 10 days then, Dave. Thank
Run.
you. And if you would like
Somebody
more
still
information
7.
on which government agencies will stay open
Dissolve
during
7.
the shutdown, grab a pen.
Camera
take
2
a look at
next.
your
Going to
screen.
Halo.
Here's a website that you can visit to find out what will stay open. And the address is www.mainserver.state.mn.us/MN shutdown. One
And
word.
dissolve
The
2.
St. Paul Public School Board
Somebody
is
Halo.
trying to get rid of a $21 million
Is this all
deficit.
called up all at once?
So they're cutting more on next year's budget.
Dissolve Halo.
Those
Excellent.
cuts total $7.7
Camera 2 next for a
million,
reader.
and that is in addition to a $3.9 million reduction made in April. The majority of cuts are in central administration. Others will be announced at the end of the month. The district's projected general budget for next year is
Tell Robin we heard that.
$4 million.
Or Alex.
The state,
Somebody
by
camera
state
2.
law, it must be approved by June 30th.
Take 2.
The Ku Klux Klan
Stand by
wants to hold
advance
a
in the
white
monitor,
pride
then we'll run
rally
to
at the
11.
state
Are you ready for that,
capitol
Chris?
in August. And in
Kick
fact,
ass.
they've applied for a permit, but the State Department of Administration hasn't approved it yet. Community organizers who
Got a little
oppose
time,
the
Joe.
rally are meeting tonight, and they may ask Governor Ventura
And
to deny that permit.
advance.
There is a little good
Advance,
news
cool.
in the town
Somebody
of
run
Siren
11 in the
today.
monitor.
The American Signal Company has donated
Roll 11.
a new
Run
warning
monitor.
siren. Last night,
Dissolve
many
full
people
frame.
got
Somebody
away from the
countdown.
destruction for a while to take part in
Met in.
community
Countdown.
prayer
9,
service.
8,
Hundreds of
7,
volunteers came
6,
to help clean up
5,
yesterday, and
4,
more are expected
3,
again today.
2,
The storm victims say
1.
they're amazed by all the
Full
support.
sound.
Everybody pulls
Leave the
together.
super in.
It's
Somebody
an
VO
awesome
Robin.
feeling.
Then camera
It's
1.
remarkable of how people come from all over to be
Micer.
here and help out.
Q.
FEMA estimates
Somebody
the
camera
damage
1.
of Monday's tornado in Siren could reach $10 million. A detailed report is expected today.
Take 1. Somebody 12
A
VO.
12-year-old boy who had to take cover in
Alex
a ditch
just got
during
the
last
pop
week's
can
tornado
open.
in Benson is back
Roll 12.
home today.
Dissolve.
Shannon Arlen of St. Paul
Not
suffered
in.
a brain
Camera 2
injury
next.
after being hit by flying debris from the twister. Well,
Camera
doctors
2,
say
please.
he will still need several weeks of rehab, but his prognosis is good.
Take 2.
We wish
Somebody
him well.
17 VO.
Well, the next time you get stopped by police in St. Paul, expect to see
Roll
their
17.
business card.
Take it.
It's part of a new agreement made with
Countdown
civil rights
coming.
leaders against
We
racial
shouldn't use this
profiling.
poll question
Under
full
the
screen.
pact,
Met in.
officers must also ask for driver's consent before searching their
No, we never
vehicle
re-grabbed
unless
it.
they have
Countdown
probable
in
cause.
7,
The
6,
agreement was formed in
5,
response to
4,
data that showed
3,
evidence of racial
2,
bias in traffic
1.
stops.
Full sound. Matt out.
Tomorrow,
Camera 2 tag
the lives
next.
of many people will
We'll
be
stay on
different.
2 and you'll hot punch
They
to
will be
World News,
informed
Chris.
that they have a right to refuse consent. They will be able to know who the officer is that they're
Somebody camera 2.
interacting with.
Camera 2. Take 2.
Civil rights leaders say they didn't get everything they wanted.
This next
out of
part
the
is going to be a
agreement,
reader.
but
We're going to do the
say
poll as a
at
reader.
least it is a start. Well, do you think Twin Cities police stopped
Reader.
voters because
Somebody
of the
hot
color
punch
of
to
their skin?
DBE.
Tell us by voting on our website at KMSP.TV. We'll have the results coming up in the 8 o'clock hour.
Hot punch.
The worst
Somebody run
fine
11.
in 3 years has